Hello and welcome to the BetHelper betting preview. And the game I'm going to be looking at now is Germany versus England. It's scheduled for Sunday the 27th of June at the Free State Stadium. Scheduled here for 3 p.m. Have a look at the Asian markets. The handicap here is actually 0, so neither side are either gaining or giving up an advantage. At the moment Germany are drifting while England are shortening, so we might actually see a handicap come into play in this one. The unders and overs market. There has been a handicap change here. It was 2.25, so they're down to 2, so they're not really expecting too many goals in this one. And at the current handicap, it is shortening, so you might see that handicap jump back up to 2.25 by the time kickoff comes, as there's still a lot of money left to be bet in the Asian markets. Have a look at the fixed odds from Asia. They have Germany flat, England flat, and the draw slightly shortening. I suppose everyone is kind of expecting this to go to penalties already, but it's interesting to see there that the draw is shortening in Asia. Have a look at Vegas then. The handicap here as well is 0, so neither side giving up or gaining an advantage. Germany have shortened theirs a good bit. England have drifted slightly. They're both at the same price now at 1.91. The unders and overs was the under 2 goal market that got moved up to 2.25, so now at 1.97 for the over 2.525 goal market. So there's a bit of up support for the amount of goals in this one as well. Have a look at the fixed odds in Vegas. It's got Germany drifting. It's got the draw considerably shorter, coming in just about a point, so it's gone from 3.1 down to 2.15, and England have also drifted a bit. Have a look at the exchanges now. The exchanges have Germany drifting, England are shortening, while the draw remains flat, 3.2. There's about a quarter in a million being matched so far, and it's a bit of a wide range. Germany have account for 48% of the 1.25 million that's been matched already. England account for 39%, while the draw comes in at 13%. So I would expect the draw to have an uptake in or an increase in percentages matched. So having a look at the bookies then, the bookies have Germany flat at 2.87. They have England flat at 2.62, while the draw is actually drifting here at 3.2. The unders and overs, the over 2.5 goal market is shortening at 2.5. Not sure if I mentioned the over 2.5 goal market at the exchanges is at 2.74, and it only counts for 18% of the match bet so far. But again, there's only about a tenth of what will be actually bet now at the moment. So having a look at some form, Germany have excellent form. They have 5 wins and 1 loss in the last 6 games. The game they lost was the game earlier on in the competition against Serbia. I thought they were pretty unlucky to have Miroslav Klose sent off in that game. I think everyone was kind of shell-shocked at how easy both yellow cards were. Have a look at England's form then. It's been pretty good, despite the English press being a bit upset with their performance so far. They've 4 wins and 2 draws in their last 6 games. Obviously, one of the draws being, or 2 of the draws coming in their opening 2 games. So a lot of people are displeased with that. Having a look at some head-to-head stats. England have only won 6 of the last 20 games between the two sides. So the Germans definitely have an upper hand here in the last number of years. All 4 meetings at the World Cup have ended in draws. So yeah, I think Germany have the upper hand there recently as well. Have a look at some streaks then. Lampard has 31 shots. He's yet to score a goal. I think it's the highest of any World Cup, and he's definitely the highest in this World Cup. So he's probably going to look to extend that to make that record his. Germany have only drawn 1 of the last 15 games. They have 9 clean sheets in there as well, so they're pretty effective. A lot of people are saying that this German side isn't like other German sides of old, where they were very organised, whereas this side is very technical and young. I think 9 clean sheets there in the last 15 games is a very good indictment of their organisation skills, despite their more technical and flair players. Um, Germany and England have never lost in the round of the last 16. It's going to go for one of them this time out. So it'll be interesting to see who gives up that advantage. Um, all knockout games between the two sides have ended in a extra time. Uh, they met in World Cup 90 and Euro 96, where both of those went to extra time as well. Last time England came from behind actually was 1966 against Germany, so they will hold that in their mind if they do fall behind in this game. Germany failed with only 3 in their last 30 World Cup penalties. Podolski was the first miss in 18 attempts, so they're usually clinical from the spot. England then, on the other hand, have missed 3 of their last 4, and since 1966 they've only scored 12 out of 19 penalties, so not as impressive as Germany. The last 2 times went to penalties. No surprise here that Germany won both of them, and that was in 1990 and 96. Euro 96 there. Have a look at the ELO rankings. Germany are 6th on FIFA, where they're 6th according to the ELO rankings. Then Germany are 8th, or England are 8th according to FIFA, while they rank 5th according to ELO. The referee for this one is Jorge Larandiona. He's from Uruguay. He's refed a couple of games already. He's refed Ivory Coast versus Portugal. There was no goals in that game, but there was 3 yellows. He refed the Cameroon-Denmark game. There was 3 goals in that game with 4 yellows. And he refed Australia-Serbia. There was 3 goals in that, and there was 5 yellows. He's refed 140 international games. He's given 604 yellow cards, giving an average of 4.31 yellows per game. He's given 94 red cards, giving an average of 0.67 reds per game, so it's a very high rating there for him. He hasn't given one yet in his opening 3 games, but you never know. He's given 38 penalties, giving an average of 0.27 penalties per game, so it's only marginally above average. In terms of injuries, Jerome Boateng and Bastian Schweinsteiger look like injury doubts for Germany. Schweinsteiger being the more important of the two, obviously. I think if he is missing, it will be a telling loss for Germany, as they're already without Michael Ballack in that role. While Little King, there's been talk of him actually being fit for this one, but I guess we'll see. He still is an injury doubt at this time anyway. There's no suspension for either side, so that's good news for both coaches there. Having a look at the goals scored in qualifying, they both have pretty decent records. Germany averaged 2.6 goals scored per game, while they conceded just an average 0.5 goals per game. Then if you compare that to England, they have an average of 3.4 goals scored, so that's very high, while they conceded just an average of 0.6 goals per game in qualifying. And then if you look at the goals scored so far in this World Cup, it's got Germany have an average of 1.66 goals scored so far in this tournament. So obviously that's majorly boosted by their 4-goal opening victory over Australia. They failed to score then against Serbia, despite, including missing a penalty. Then they just managed the one against Ghana. It was an absolute thunderbolt from Mesut Ozil, who has been one of the players of the tournament so far. So that's accounting for their advantage there. If you look at England, then they've only an average of 0.66 goals scored, while they conceded an average of 0.33 goals per game. So they haven't been in flying form just yet. They haven't let in many goals, which is positive. They've only let in that one howler from Rob Green, so that's particularly encouraging. But they still need to score more. Their strikers are really struggling for goals, even though Defoe scored last time out. So have a look at some probabilities. The computer probabilities gives Germany an percentage of 42% a chance of victory, while it gives England 37% chance of victory. So it's pretty neck and neck there, really. The draw comes in there at 21%. So again, that's a bit higher than what we're used to seeing. Um, if you look then at the implied probabilities based on the bookmakers odds, it's got Germany at a 33% chance of victory. Um, England are the favourites according to the bookmakers. They've got a 36% chance of victory. The draw then obviously being a bit outside, uh, with a 31% chance of victory, so or chance of happening, so that is quite high as well. I've looked at some suggestions. I'd love to see if there's going to be a handicap change in this one. Probably looking to the unders as well. So check out twitter.com/BetHelper to get those updated stats and analysis.